We need to make sure if you're gonna dance on someone's constitutional rights, you better have a good reason. You better have a really good scientific reason and not just theory.
600 physicians are saying that the lockdowns are essentially a mass casualty incident.
The unknown always scares us. So, in my opinion, what are the risks, what are the benefits of social isolation? And we think that the risks of social isolation are too high.
They sent a letter to Trump. What they did was they looked at America as we currently sit as a triage situation. In the Forbes article, one of the quotes from there I pulled out, it said, quote, "Suicide hotline phone calls have increased 600%, the letter said.
Wow.
Other silent casualties, 150,000 Americans per month who would have had new cancer detected through routine screening, from missed cancer diagnoses to untreated heart attacks and strokes to increased risk of suicides. We are alarmed at what appears to be a lack of consideration for the future health of our patients." This is what they're talking about is nothing new. This isn't conspiracy theory. There's decades and decades of data by researchers and economists on what happens not only when the economy goes. I mean, we have over 40 million people unemployed right now on unemployment, and that's not even including these lockdowns. This is a very interesting situation we're in, and these doctors are raising the alarm, and it fits with the data. The letter went on to say, it actually closed with this quote. It said, "The millions of casualties of a continued shutdown will be hiding in plain sight, but they will be called alcoholism, homelessness, suicide, heart attack, stroke, or kidney failure. In youths, it will be called financial instability, unemployment, despair, drug addiction, unplanned pregnancies, poverty, and abuse." There's a doctor from John Muir Medical Center in Walnut Creek, California, and he said that this is according to him. He didn't provide statistics, but this is just his eyewitness point of view, which is an important on-the-ground situation to follow. He told ABC News that the increases in the suicide he's seen is a year's worth of suicides in the last 4 weeks alone.
Wow.
This is a shocking statement, and I really wish he would do some more interviews and speak out, and other doctors as well and nurses keep speaking out about this, even though big tech may be censoring you. This is some very, very important information to get out there. And adding to that, the Wall Street Journal wrote an article and said that more people are taking drugs for anxiety and insomnia, and doctors are worried. This is the anxiety and depression pills are the prescriptions, the psychotropic drugs. In the article, they quoted Express Scripts, which is a pharmacy benefit manager owned by Cigna. And they said, quote, "Prescriptions for anxiety medications rose 34.1% between mid-February and mid-March, while prescriptions for antidepressants and sleep medications increased 18.6% and 14.8%. Yeah, in doing research for this segment, I pulled some information out. It was absolutely shocking. I didn't send the clip over, but it's basically Harvard Medical School last summer released findings, and they said that suicides between 15 and 24-year-olds are at almost a 20-year high. So this is what we're looking at. It's this pressure cooker, this pressure cooker of social isolation. And then you have the parents who are facing perhaps unemployment or joblessness. And this is a really desperate time in our country. And these are the headlines we're looking at each week, and this is really. I'm so happy we're here reporting on this.
We're going to miss cases of coronavirus, just like we miss cases of the flu. I think one thing that is being televised is that we need to capture every single coronavirus patient. No, we don't, because that's not reality. Theory and reality are very, very different. We worked in ERs for 15 years. Theory and reality are very different. It would be nice to capture every coronavirus patient, yes, but is that realistic? Are we going to keep the economy shut down for 2 years and vaccinate everybody? That's an unrealistic expectation, I think. So you're going to cause financial ruin, domestic violence, suicide, rape, violence, and what are you going to get out of it? You're still going to miss a lot of cases. So we need to treat this like the flu, which is familiar. And eventually, this will mutate and become less and less virulent. Because patients who are asymptomatic or silent shedders usually have the milder version of the coronavirus, right? Because it's milder, that's why they're not as symptomatic. And that tends to spread quicker than the more virulent forms.
Talk to ER doctors who have no ulterior motive. They have the same viewpoint. There's a post today from a doctor from Wisconsin. I encourage you all to read it. I'll share his story with you. It is exactly what we're saying. And he eloquently displays He's an ER doctor. He says, I'm walking into this war zone. Our ICUs are empty. I'm scared to go to my own place of work. There's no patients, but we have people in hazmat suits checking my temperature as I walk through the doors. He's like, something else is going on here. This is not about science, and it's not even about COVID. When they use the word safe, if you listen to the word safe, that's about controlling you. So when I talk to all my ER doctors who work in a hospital, no stake in the game, same opinion. That's how I'll answer your question.